Pokemon lovers, it's time for another rating of the Pokemon. Are you ready for some Pokemon rating? Should I get a jingle? Last week we ended with Umbreon, one of the coolest fucking evolutions ever, and today we're starting out with Murkrow, the crow Pokemon. Murkrow is a crow Pokemon, like I just said like 2 seconds ago. And what I like about Murkrow is that it looks like it has a witch's hat and it has a broom as a tail, which is sick. Murkrow likes shiny things, and it will go for your shiny things. If you're wearing a shiny necklace, watch out for the Murkrow, because it will come and get you and drag that thing off your neck and steal it forever. In the Pokemon lore, sighting a Murkrow is a bad omen and it will give you bad luck. So also, if it's stealing your necklace, it will also cause you bad luck, even though that is already pretty bad luck. Murkrow is a dark and flying type, which is actually a typing I've never used. I've never owned a Murkrow. Not sure why though. You know, you gotta make choices in life. Murkrow wasn't one of those. Here's a fun Pokedex fact. Pokemon Crystal says it hides any shiny object it finds in a secret location. Murkrow and Meowth loot another stashes. That's sick. I like that. Can you imagine like a Murkrow and a Meowth just fighting each other, dabbing at each other? Sounds like a good money betting situation, right? I mean, come on, Pokemon is just animals fighting anyway. We can make these jokes. Fun French fact. Murkrow in French is called cornèbre, which comes from corneille, which means crow, and ténèbres, which means darkness or shadows, which sounds really cool if you ask me. Murkrow is a 4 out of 5 boy. Next up is Slowking. Now everyone already knows that I'm a big fan of the Slowpoke evolution line. Slowking is no exception. It is great. A creepy thing about Slowking is that it has, of course, the shelter on its head instead of on its tail like Slowbro does. And the shelter crown on its head actually leaks poison into its brain. Kind of a creepy thought if you ask me, but if you take off that shelter or if it falls off, bloop, it loses all its smartness and just becomes dumb again. Another fun thing about this whole venom thing is that if a Slowking yawns, the venom will get released. So it's like, oh, I'm smart now. Slowking is a Pokemon with a really easygoing personality, which means it's never stressed, and I really wish I was a Slowking sometimes. Slowking eats seaweed, drinks some coconut milk, and is in fact just the perfect stoner, I think. I'm not a stoner. Stop telling me I look stoned in my videos, guys. Slowking's intelligence matches that of scientists. It is one of the smartest Pokemon out there if that shelter stays on its head. Here's a fun name fact. The name Slowking comes from the words slow and king. 5 out of 5. Next up is number 200, guys. We're at 200. This is crazy. So here's 200. And call me maybe. Don't call me. Number 200 is Misdreavus. Misdreavus is a ghost Pokemon, and it thrives of scaring people. It sleeps during the day, it lives in caves, and when it comes out of the caves, it will scare the fuck out of you. It loves scaring people. It's called Misdreavus because that sounds like mischievous, because it likes causing mischief. Yeah, bet you didn't know that one. That one wasn't obvious. Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire says, Misdreavus frightens people with a creepy sobbing cry. The Pokemon apparently uses its red spheres to absorb the fearful feelings of foes and turn them into nutrition. It feeds off your fear, motherfucker. 4 out of 5. For some reason it's getting darker and darker outside. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's Misdreavus. Next up is Unown. When I was younger, I used to go into the runes and try to find all of the Unown I could find. I would have this little notebook where I would write down all the little Unowns I had already caught. There was no point in catching all of them, I'm pretty sure, because I never actually did. I love the idea of Unown. The thing about Unown is that people don't actually know if the first thing that existed was Unown or actual writing. They're guessing that the writing that we know today comes from the Unown, and that is cool as hell, right? And we all know that everything that happens in Pokemon also applies to the real world, so Unown actually exists. Unown is kind of a really flat Pokemon. It's kind of like a piece of paper, and it usually sticks on walls and writes things. It's pretty useless. Creepy thing about Unown is a great amount of Unown are able to bend and shape reality for the person who owns them. So dreams and stuff, it's weird as heck. Unown are creepy as Pokemon. The name Unown comes from the word Unown. I don't even know why I keep doing these. These names are just so obvious. 3 out of 5. Number 202 is Wobbuffet, or however you say that. Wobbuffet apparently is derived from a punching bag, and because it can only attack when it gets attacked, it is also apparently roughly based on the concept of karma, which I think is really cool. It just started raining, I don't even know what's happening anymore. Wobbuffet is a blue Pokemon that has a tiny black tail with eyes, and the Pokédex says the following: it desperately tries to keep its black tail hidden. It is said to be proved the tail hides a secret. Cool as hell. Also, female Wobbuffet wears lipstick. Sick. You work it. The German name for Wobbuffet is Wohin genau, which comes from Wohin genau, which means where to next, which is weird as hell. I'm being really distracted by the rain right now, so this is going to be my last Pokemon. I'm sorry, but I cannot. It's so loud. The rain is so loud. Fuck. Wobbuffet was Jesse's Pokemon, and it would always just come out of the Pokeball, just like Psyduck, kinda, and it would just chill there and be like, Wobbuffet, or whatever it says. And it's great. And I gave Wobbuffet 4 out of 5, and I feel like I'm shouting over this rain right now. So I'm gonna quit here. I'm sorry, I've been having the worst day when it comes to recording. Everything's been loud. I tried. Next week I will be in Sweden, but I am going to do my best to record a video before that, so that it will be live next week, so that you can watch me while I am in Sweden. If you go to DreamHack, let me know. And I love you.